Hello, everyone. It's Fred Oduyoye and Rick Lawrence. Fred's the founder of Reachable Reconciliation. I'm the executive director of Vibrant Faith. And Fred and I are going to have another conversation about Reachable Reconciliation, the tools that will help you to bring about reconciled relationships in your environment. And Fred, I think it's good for us to always to start out with this framework you created, this 5R framework you created. Every reconciling environment involves reactions.
Yeah.
And if it's going to move toward health and restoration, it involves reflection, repairs, reaching, and finally toward a mutually satisfying and respectful relationship somehow. These 5Rs are what you take people through, cohorts of groups from churches and individuals, in helping to build reconciling relationships in their environment. So we picked out today one under the R of reactions. You say that reactions usually leave God out. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, we don't take in all the information sometimes when it comes to our reactions. It's almost like our gut response. So I had, which is why I have the FC Cincinnati shirt on. I'm also a soccer coach and trainer. So yesterday I got emails from a few soccer moms from another age group. And they were saying, hey, my daughter Anderson, oh yeah, my daughter Taylor. And so there's different soccer moms saying that they wanted to come to my 09 training. But these were 10s from the younger age group below that are asking to come to my training. So they're asking, well, what time is it? What field location is it? What do they need to wear? I mean, I was getting multiple emails from them. And I'm thinking, who are these parents? And why are you contacting me? So I reached out to another coach and I said, hey, what's going on? Do you know why these soccer moms from this younger age group is asking to come to my training? And so he said, oh yeah, it's part of our 10, our under 10 promotions. I'm thinking, whatever that is. Because all I'm thinking is, hey, you know what? I haven't had time with my own team right now to develop some things and some tools and some skills. I'm not looking to bring other players from other age groups right now. We got COVID going on. I'm not trying to interact and possibly, have the virus spread in multiple age groups. That's a no-no. So I call up the executive director as if maybe he wasn't aware. And I said, hey, listen, I got some emails from some soccer moms and I want to know why they're emailing me, because this can't happen for the same reasons that I just told you. And he said, yes, I'm aware. We're doing this because we as directors have talked about how do we reward kids who are doing well, players who are doing well on their teams, so that they continue to have a hunger and a thirst for being at the top of the chain and development, et cetera. So if we can provide unique opportunities where they can train and or maybe play up in another age group, this will keep them motivated. So he said, in addition, not only do they get the benefit of getting the experience from you as a great coach, Fred, but then they also, in the event that you may come up short in need of players for an event or for a game, now you've already built a relationship with these players in the age below you. And so they've already met your players, your team, and so it's easier gel. And I thought, so maybe my reaction was all about me, right? Because I didn't have all the information, right? There again, reaction just kind of gut,
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about reactions leaving out God, I mean, it's not just about race, right? Because when you think about, people, right? I mean, people make up God, right? I mean, that's what we are. We make up God. And so
we're the body of Christ.
There you go. Right. And so we leave out the rest of it. We leave out the filters, not just God, but we leave out maybe the education, we leave out the economics of it. So to think that my reaction was just about why are they contacting me and nobody probably thought about the other stuff, I'm taken away from the fact that, yes, maybe the executive director or the president of the club has actually had, thought about it from wisdom and thought about the economics of it and the systems of it. And I probably took that away from just my gut reaction.
But that, Fred, the thing that I take from that story is that, and I think it's really profound, you took in new information.
Yeah.
That's really like the crux of the problem that we have with unreconciled relationships, is that people have worked themselves into a place where they won't or can't take in new information. And it's the taking in of new information that changed the trajectory of that relationship you were describing.
Absolutely.
From now I'm resentful of all these moms calling to, oh, I see that. Now the whole tenor, the tone around it has changed. And now it's gone off of from DEFCON 10, like what's going on here, to no, this is reasonable. How do you help people take in new information in your experience working with people in so many different environments? What helps to give an on-ramp for people to take in new information?
It's probably making yourself available from a posture standpoint to slow down. Because if we don't slow down, we miss the value of a person, place, or thing. And we block out the opportunity for even new information to arrive or to settle within us, right? And so, and we get new information by asking questions, by finding out more of the details and the background on why the situation is the way that it is.
Mm.
And if we don't ask those questions, listen and learn for understanding, then we are only tied to what we know and miss out on what the bigger scope might be.
Yeah, and one of the things I've been really struck by as you tell me stories of working with people in reconciling environments is the power of the questions you're asking them to wrestle with are really what is changing the game for them. They needed someone outside the system to ask questions that the system wouldn't have asked itself, I think.
Right.
When you ask the question, it introduces a new element into that system that they grapple with. And as they take in new information, because of the questions you're asking them, the relational system changes.
Well, yeah. Well, Rick, I mean, and you're talking about from a cross-cultural standpoint, you're exactly right, because we're not asking the questions that we should be asking in order for us to learn. But even when you take it outside of race, sometimes we don't want to ask the question because we really don't want the information, because we'd rather feel like what we think is right, is the right way to go.
So true. Well, for all of you watching this right now, if this has piqued your interest, you probably have relationships in your church that need reconciling, and you probably need someone from outside your system asking the questions to help get this moving toward a healthy relational environment. And after all, the church is all about a relational environment. So there's information down below this video to connect with Fred. If you want to at least talk it out with him, here's what we've got and what do you think you could do? That's the first step. So take the first step, contact Fred, and get the ball rolling. We'll see you again next time.
Thanks, Rick.